Meet tiger lily. She's a member of the fastest species on land. Despite her speed, there's one threat this cheetah can't outrun on her own: extinction. In the 1980s, farmers in southern Africa shot thousands of cheetahs, blaming them for killing livestock. Because cheetahs hunt by day, they're more conspicuous than other predators and get blamed for more than their share of livestock kills. Predators like the cheetah play a vital role in maintaining a healthy ecosystem by keeping prey numbers in check. But today, fewer than 10,000 cheetahs remain in the wild, down from 100,000 a century ago. After several trips from the United States to Africa, starting in the 1970s, zoologist Laurie Marker moved to Africa in 1990 to start the Cheetah Conservation Fund. Its mission? To ensure the survival of this magnificent predator. The Cheetah Conservation Fund, or CCF, is based in Namibia, the country with the largest remaining cheetah population. CCF's International Research and Education Centre is open to the public year-round, allowing people from all over the world to come and see cheetahs eye to eye.
It's one thing seeing the cheetahs on the picture, but to see it with their own eyes, that's more exciting. And the idea is for them to have a good time, but they also learn a lot about the importance of cheetahs, how we can help save them.
Dr. Marker found that working with farmers would become key to saving the cheetah.
The majority of the cheetahs live outside of protected areas, and they're on livestock farmland.
So if a farmer comes down at 10 o'clock in the morning and finds that there's a dead goat on his yard, and he looks up on the hill and he sees a cheetah, who killed the goat? The natural assumption is that it's the cheetah.
We've been able to share with the farmers through a lot of education that they can live in harmony with the cheetah and it's not their enemy.
Surveys conducted by the Namibian government have found that cheetahs are responsible for as little as 3% of predation on goats and sheep. CCF teaches farmers how to identify which predator was responsible for a kill.
Where eaten, a leopard is very powerful. Sometimes you can find this up in the tree.
To further reduce conflict between farmers and wildlife, CCF operates a livestock guarding dog program. CCF breeds large Anatolian shepherd dogs and places them with farms throughout Namibia. The dogs help defend livestock from cheetahs and other predators. With thousands of farmers trained in predator identification and hundreds of guarding dogs placed so far, the results have been reduced human-wildlife conflict and fewer cheetahs shot. This change in attitude also means fewer cheetahs will end up orphaned like Tiger Lily and her siblings, who came to CCF at 3 weeks of age.
Their mother had been killed. They ended up in a farmer's chicken coop, and the Ministry of Environment called us, confiscated them by telling us to come and pick them up. The reason why they're so tame is that they had to be bottle raised, and with that we've kept them as ambassadors for educational purposes.
Tiger Lily and her siblings aren't the only cheetahs in CCF's care. In fact, CCF feeds and cares for dozens of cheetahs on its own farms, which cover an area half the size of New York City.
We have a preventative health care program in place for our cheetahs. We're also lucky to have a very excellent husbandry staff that take very good care of them. They're fed appropriate diets, they're housed in appropriate pens, they have behavioral interaction and enrichment.
Our camps are vast and that makes it a huge advantage then where zoos don't have that possibility that we have. And that enables the cat to have more of a natural life because it's got natural trees, it's got natural anthills. Because the camps are large enough, we can exercise them correctly.
Come on girls, come.
During their stay at the centre, Tiger Lily and the other cheetahs have helped CCF gain valuable knowledge to benefit the species.
It's been shown that the cheetah had very, very low genetic diversity compared to other species. And although this is not a problem that will lead to the extinction of the cheetah directly, it is something that we need to be aware of in our conservation efforts.
Low genetic diversity means that cheetahs are more vulnerable to future environmental threats.
By setting up our genetics lab here, it allows us to be able to conduct our own research. It's one of my highlights of the years of work that I've been doing here.
Though CCF offers refuge for the cheetahs in its care, its goal is to reintroduce cheetahs into the wild wherever possible. But first there must be a wild to which cheetahs can return and prey for them to hunt. CCF monitors local prey populations with waterhole counts and camera trap surveys.
We need to know how many animals do we have out there in order for us to be able to design conservation strategies.
So much of the work that we do now is applying what we know. We know how cheetahs live, we now know how we can link together how they live with how farmers need to use the land.
CCF has been integral in the creation of conservancies, which are groups of farmers who manage their wildlife collectively and help connect fragmented land.
Our research has shown that large landscapes are really important for cheetahs. So the only way that we can really save them is by having lots and lots of land.
Cheetahs have large home ranges, often covering more than 2,000 square kilometres in a year.
We're trying to grow our conservancy initiatives, work with the local communities so that the cheetah is going to have much larger landscapes in the future.
But even with larger landscapes, cheetahs face another problem, thornbush that has been growing wild across Namibia. CCF started a conservation program, Bush Block, employing Namibian workers to remove this invasive plant.
The cheetahs being adapted to open terrains are finding it very difficult to live within thickened bush. And our studies has actually shown that where you have thickened bush, you don't have a lot of prey available.
Bush Block restores habitat and turns the thornbush into an eco-friendly burning log sold throughout southern Africa and Europe. In addition to expanding and restoring habitat, another key to cheetah survival is education. CCF visits classrooms across Namibia, teaching young people about the importance of biodiversity and conservation.
Cheetahs are mainly on the farms. 90% of cheetahs in Namibia.
It's good to reach out to kids while they are young, because tomorrow they will be farmers, they will be politicians, they will be the one to change things.
CCF also hosts students from around the world at its museum and education centre.
So this is a transmitter that is fitted around the neck of the cat itself. Yeah.
Though it started in Namibia, CCF's work today extends around the world.
We've worked from Algeria to South Africa, Iran, Uzbekistan. Conservation is never done, so it takes a continual focus on education and training. We'll go wherever we can help out.
Changing attitudes, changing habitat, changing the world. CCF has already made great change for the cheetah's future.
The years of work that we've done here in Namibia, we've doubled the cheetah population. We've made an entire nation aware of the importance of the cheetah, and that it's not just vermin, that it has value. It's got value for ecotourism. It's got value for maintaining the health of the ecosystems and the biodiversity. Our model now is looking at how people and predators can actually live in harmony.
CCF needs your help to create a world where we can live together with a cheetah. Go to cheetah.org to learn how you can sponsor a cheetah like Tiger Lily or livestock guardian dog. There, you can also find out about volunteering opportunities in Namibia as well as ways you can help from home.
It's exciting to have people come from all around the world to learn about the work that we're doing. We really want people to stay connected on our website and read our Facebook and become active in cheetah survival, active in conservation, active in making the world a different place. Join us.